There are a handful of keyboard shortcuts that govern selection. Let's go through them. First up is Select All, and that's Control-A, a common shortcut in many applications. You know you can deselect by clicking off to the side, but that's not always practical. For example, let's say I'm working in a building interior and I want to deselect a piece of furniture that I'm working on. If I click off to the side, chances are I would be selecting the floor, the ceiling, or perhaps the walls. You can explicitly deselect by pressing Ctrl-D. Sometimes the quickest way to select what you want is to select what you don't want and then invert the selection. For example, I'll make a selection set of these two objects, and then I'll press Ctrl-I to invert the selection. Now everything else is selected. My last tip has to do with protecting a selection set so that you can work on it without fear of losing that selection. Let's say you've gone to some pains to select just what you want. I'll select all the parts of this desk lamp model. And then I'll press the space bar to toggle selection lock mode on. And that's indicated down here with this yellow button. The yellow color indicates that you're in a mode that will stay the same until you change it. Now I can't deselect by clicking off to the side, and I can't add to the selection by holding down the Control key and clicking on another object. I can't invert by pressing Ctrl-I, and I can't deselect by pressing Ctrl-D. Paradoxically, if you press Ctrl-A, it will select all, and it will take you out of selection lock mode. I prefer to use the keyboard to toggle selection lock mode on whenever I need it. I just press the space bar, and then I can work on something in a crowded scene without fear of losing my selection. When I'm done, I press the space bar again, and then deselect and work on something else.